Hey guys and girls, it's a beautiful day today. As you can see, the sun is shining down on me through the windows, and I want to keep this short and sweet. I'm just going to introduce the following video that I'm bringing to you today. It is a video which shows you what the SFM back office actually looks like. And my mentor actually goes through showing you what he actually earned in his first 12 months joining with the SFM. There's a lot of valuable insights and motivational and inspirational wisdom in this video. Whether you decide to join with the SFM or not, I'm sure most of the wisdom in the video could help in other areas in life. So please take the time to enjoy.
All right, so I want to give you a bit of an idea now of some of the potential that's possible with SFM if you're willing to put in the work and willing to dedicate and commit to doing this. It's the consistency, as I said before, that is key. It's taking action every single day to gradually improve, gradually get better, and before long, if you're determined, you will get there. A lot of people I speak to maybe, come into this thinking, do I have the time to do this? Or am I too old to start? Or do I need technical experience? I'm not very good with computers. And the thing I always say is that if you're determined enough, anybody can learn anything. Think of any skill that you've ever learned, maybe learning to drive, for example. Nobody really knows how to drive before they start learning to drive. And yet most people can drive. And therefore it shows that no matter where you start, doesn't matter. If you're willing to put in the time, you're willing to do the work, then eventually you can get there and you can learn a skill. Okay, so if you're not great with computers, if you feel that you're maybe too old or you don't have the time or whatever, as long as you're prepared to dedicate yourself to this, even if it's just an hour or two a night, consistently. Obviously, it's going to take you longer doing an hour or two a night than it will doing 12 hours a day, which obviously not many people can do because people do this while working. But if you're willing to put in the committed, consistent focus, then you can get there no matter where you're starting from, right? Everybody's journey is different. So I want to give you a bit of an idea of my journey so far, because I joined SFM in September of 2016. And off the back of that, let me give you an idea of my earnings track record so far so that you can see what's possible. Again, disclaimer, results aren't typical. Just because I've done something doesn't mean that everyone can do the same thing. Some people will do this quicker than me. People have done this a lot quicker than me. Some people maybe take longer because people start from different places. The thing worth pointing out as well is if you're working towards time and financial freedom, even if it took 5 years to get there, is it worth it if in 5 years' time you don't have to work for a living, you're earning more money than you possibly need, and you have all the time that you want to do whatever you want to do? Is that worth committing 5 years? And that's the way I looked at this when I came into this. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to quit. There's no such thing as failing. There's only quitting. If no matter how many times I fail, if I refuse to quit, then eventually I will get there. And that's the attitude that you need really coming into this. Okay, so started marketing in December 2016. So the first 3 months are it's a lot of education, it's a lot of learning, it's live webinars, it's working with mentors, it's building the foundations and doing everything that you're taught by SFM to get things in place. And then first month of marketing made a whopping $240. So nothing substantial, but managed to make my first money online. So it's a good breakthrough. It's one of those things where you achieve it and it kind of shows you for yourself, you develop even more of a belief in yourself that, you know what, I can do this. Because if I can make $20 online, then I can make $200 online. If I can make 200, then I can make 2,000. If I can make 2,000, I can make 20,000, and so on and so forth. Okay, so December 2016, first money. January 2017, so I started getting slightly more results here. So $1,760, right? So started getting my first slightly higher level sales there. You see, high ticket commission is key. And then let's go on to say May 2017. So the months between January and May were bouncing around about two to 3.5 grand, roughly, a little bit up and down as I was learning these skills. And then May was $4,055. So again, starting to get a few more high level sales here. Is those high level sales that do make the difference. And then going on to June 2017, this is when things really started to turn, right, and increase. Because when you do something consistently for a certain amount of time, you tend to reach a point where you have a breakthrough and you really start to get it. You really start to understand it. You get how everything works together, how everything interlinks. You understand what's working. You start to focus on that. And that was what really started to happen for me in June. So $9,380 in June. And then in July 2017, if I load this screen here, there we go. So July 2017, this is where the all the foundations that I'd been building and everything that I'd done prior to this point had really started to pull through, because some of these higher level sales here, so $3,066 from one sale, $6,600 there, and $2,310 from one sale, $595 from one sale. So you can see here, this is all one person, really investing in themselves to push themselves and their business to the next level. If I scroll down, go on to some of the other pages, you can see there's a lot of the lower level sales, but then again, the odd high level sale that comes through is what's going to really start to make the difference. And consistent action is what will get you to this point. And then finally, August 2017, this is my highest month to date, so $29,819. And again, if I start to scroll through, you'll see there's a lot of low level sales, but it's the difference is made when you start getting the odd higher level sale come through as well. I think it was actually at the start of the month that I got a lot of that higher level stuff. So let me just click through. Yeah, so we got some higher level stuff there. There we go. That's it. So when you get $5,800 off a single sale, again, pretty serious impact on your monthly earnings potential. And then September 2017, if I go on to that as well, obviously we're halfway through the month and a lot of the revenue that I will be earning hasn't been shown yet. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. But another thing to point out is even if September does finish lower than August, obviously there's going to be times when in one month you don't get those higher level sales, and then in the next month they really start to roll in, and that's when you can have like maybe a $40,000 or $50,000 month, which is the next level that I'm aiming for now. Okay, so that is, you're not necessarily going to have a new record every single month as you move forward, but there is always that element that once you have that foundation and you understand what you're doing, that's when you can really start to build on that, even if it is a bit of an up and down process as you're going through it as well. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this as well thinking, hold on, does this mean I need to be good at sales? Then no, don't worry. The SFM sales team deals with all of the back end selling for you. So all you need to do is learn how to use the SFM systems, learn how to use and implement the skills that SFM teaches. Most of what you're doing is going to be automated. And as soon as somebody's interested in engaging, they're going to deal with the SFM sales team from there. You just get the commissions off the back of it. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Hope that's useful. And I look forward to speaking to you in another video. Bye for now.
So a lot of good key insights in that video. I hope you all got them, but the one that I wanted to really bring out and shine a bit more light onto it was consistency. Consistency is very key in the succeeding in anything that you do in life. Just like he said, no one knows how to drive before they start driving, but the consistency of the driving lessons and whatnot have brought most people into a place where everybody pretty much knows how to drive now. But it required the consistency and you going to do the lessons and going through the practice for you to get to a point where you've mastered driving now. I guess you can't say that for most people, but yeah, we'll leave that for another side. But yeah, the earning potential is fantastic. I would not advertise this product if I didn't truly believe in it myself, and there are so many like-minded individuals just like me. The only reason why we want to advertise such a thing is because we want to help people. The only reason why I would tell another person about a product is because I stand by that product, and I stand by the SFM. They are amazing in what they do. The education process is fantastic, and the community that they've created is something like no other. Everybody's here to do the same thing, set themselves up for freedom, help other people to become free, remove people from living their boring, mundane lives where they're stuck in their old 9 to 5 routine or shift pattern routine, and really bring people to a life where they get to spend more time with their loved ones, spend more time playing, doing their own things that they enjoy doing, travel the world. Everyone has different reasons as to why they come into trying to create themselves what they call the laptop lifestyle, so that you're not stuck in one place and that you can work whenever and wherever you like. Honestly, I say this once again, and I will continue to say this. There is no reason for me to bring out this product to anybody without having tried it myself. And I've seen the results. The results are already rolling in, and I'm only on month 3. And what I will say is, if you want more time for your own self, if you want to live a life that's more meaningful to you, where you get to spend more time with your loved ones, spend more time with your friends, spend more time doing things that you enjoy, your hobbies. For me, it's flying a drone or going play some football or whatever it is for most people. If you want more time to do these things, and if you want the financial freedom to be able to afford the better things in life, then the SFM is one of many routes, but one of the best routes to getting there. And just like Dan said in the video, whether it takes you 12 months or whether it takes you 5 years, when you actually put in the work and you know that at the end of it, you're gonna set yourself up for financial freedom, wouldn't you want to go into it? 12 months, 5 years. I mean, it's either that or you stick to a 9 to 5 or stick to your shift like patterns, and you hope for a day where you get a promotion, you hope for a day where you get a larger sum of money, and you hope for a day where you retire at an old age with pennies compared to what you could actually earn, and how you should actually live your life. Everyone truly deserves a life where you're abundant in every way. I mean, it's our divine birthright. We were born rich. Just for some reason, there's a mental blockage in our head that tells us that we are poor or we need to work extremely hard to live a meaningful life or a more fulfilled life. No, we don't need to. It's moving forward in the right direction is what's needed. Working a 9 to 5 and expecting to become a millionaire, you're not working in the right direction. But I like to keep this short and sweet. I think I went off on a bit of a rant, but I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope to speak to you again soon. Goodbye.